Welcome to Global Insiders Podcast. I am Ryan, the peripatetic one, bringing you information about opportunities relating to jobs, traveling, and any information that can elevate you to your rightful place in this thing called life. You can find more information and how-to methods on globalinsidersgroup.com. That is insiders with an S. And here is today's show. Hello, insiders. Today I have another informative show for you and a nice surprise because today's guest is a returnee. She came on the show maybe 2 years ago. Time flies so quickly. But it was really wonderful when she did back then, and I'm sure today she will also do a wonderful job teaching us and telling us things about her country. So, welcome back to the show, Swati.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to come back and talk to you.
So,
How are things going in?
things are going well over here. And the listeners might not remember, but Swati studied in the United States and then she decided to return home to India, where she's now working with a high profile tech company.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm working for Amazon.
that's right.
Yeah, it's always, I never planned my things, but I didn't even regret my decision to come back to India and work here. So I'm just loving what I do, and I believe in that. So wherever we are, which country ever we are in, I believe whatever we work should give us joy and peace. That's why um, that's why I'm doing good.
Okay, great. So, your philosophy, what informs your philosophy?
Okay. Maybe it is what I believe in.
Yes.
Maybe that is how I worked upon it, and maybe I figured it out that that is what I need. Maybe some people may go after exploring different countries, but I didn't have that option as I had to return back to India as my parents requested me to.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
so things just went on. I didn't plan, and I just figured it out. It didn't come in a book where nobody taught me, though. Everything I figured it out. Nobody taught me how to live. Nobody taught me how to um, lead life. But yeah, at the end of the day, it is us who have to figure everything out.
Understood. And I believe that too. I believe no matter what teachings you might get or you grow up with, you have to eventually figure out things for yourself. So
Yeah,
great.
there will be a lot of people actually suggesting you things, advising you things, but none of them work. At some point of the day, you do feel like listening to them, but every I believe everybody is born in different time zones, different time, different date. So everybody have their own life and their own perceptions and their own aspirations. So sometimes all the advisors don't work, but sometimes we have to think what works best for us and then lead life accordingly. That is what I believe in.
Okay, nice. Thank you for that. So, I mean, right now the world is experiencing a pandemic. So I must ask, how are you? How have your family been in these times?
It's pretty scary though, because my dad he's 56 years old and my mom is 50 years old. We're kind of little scared for my dad because I have work from home facility available from Amazon, but my father he has to go out for work and it's not that safe. We make sure he takes care of his uh, safety, and he wears this mask, and he carries sanitizer all the way. And also, once he comes back home, he makes sure he takes bath, and then he talks to us, and then we kind of like sanitize home, and we keep everything clean. And it's different now. Like even before, we used to like do the same things, but now we're more cautious about social distancing, and we're more cautious about what we eat and where we eat from, because that is more important right now.
Yes,
So,
I agree. Definitely, I agree. So, what did you think when you first heard about coronavirus? Because for me, at first, we were getting news about a ship that was actually in Japan. And I wasn't taking it so seriously at first, but then I realized that this story was not going away. It kept on
mhm.
coming on the news, and I was like, okay. And then maybe after 2 weeks, that's when I said, okay, this thing might really be a big thing. How about you and your family?
Initially, even we didn't think that it was such a threat, because in India there was not many cases, and they started doing seal down, and lockdown was happening. And initially, what happened was, um, we were like during the lockdowns, we stayed at home and things were going good. The cases were reducing, and but now in recent, I think it's been a month, and they have lifted out the lockdown, and it's no more lockdown now. We can travel anywhere we want, unless unless the streets are sealed down. Um, so it's pretty scary, and also I spoke to my grandma recently. I think last week I was talking to her. My grandma is 84 years old. She
Yes.
is at home. She doesn't go out anywhere with this pandemic. And I spoke to her. She said she never saw this kind of situation in her entire life. So that is the
Yes.
kind of life they had been through, and they I feel they lived a very normal and a fun lives compared to us, because they were never scared of any viruses or pandemics. They believed, India was, I think, 50 60 years back, was a very it was not that much western. We had our own home remedies, and we believed in Ayurveda more. Even now we do. We use a lot of home remedies. We don't take too much of tablets and stuff, but we try to like consume more of ginger, turmeric, and all those vegetables, so that our immune system builds within. I think that is keeping us strong, though the corona cases are increasing in India, especially in Bangalore, where I stay.
Yes.
Um, I think me and my friends and family, I think we are taking every step to even keep ourselves safe. And also, my uncle, my which is my mom's brother, he's a surgeon, and he will have to go to hospital every day. So what he has done is he has kept himself away from his family, so he doesn't even talk to them. They just use sanitizers, and that is how they give him the homemade food. He doesn't even eat outside. So
Yes.
we have a outhouse, so he just stays there. He doesn't even come to talk to the kids. We just
Okay.
we
Precaution, taking
Yeah,
precaution.
because he has to expose himself to a lot of patients every day, and we don't even know who has this virus. So it's pretty scary, and people like him, like all the doctors, are making sure that. They are, I mean, they are serving the society, and I think it's really great.
Yes, I think so too. Of course,
We
because without them,
are
we
learning
wouldn't.
Yeah, we are learning a lot from this virus. We are learning how to take care of the nature. We are learning how to not abuse the health we have, and we're learning how to protect ourselves, and we're learning how to stay healthy. I think, like, anyways, that healthy trend was going on, but I think we've become more cautious now.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Can't disagree with that. And as you said, I mean, and it's good for the planet also. You know, the planet got a breather, especially during the
Yeah.
first month
Mm-hmm.
of the lockdown. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So internationally, the focus has mostly been on the economy in India. But you are there, you're living there, you're on the ground. So have you noticed any really big changes in your lifestyle or your friends or family lifestyles since coronavirus has started?
Yeah, I think there has been like a big change in the lifestyle. I would say before we used to go out for restaurants, have food, and probably order food online. But now I don't feel safe, and I prefer home food. I mean, even before I used to have home food since I stay with parents. But now I think even though we don't have a choice, I think we think of cooking food at home, and I think with the present economy, I would say that everybody is trying to be an entrepreneur than trying to be dependent on others.
So hold on. So you're saying with what's happening now, people are trying to be entrepreneurs?
Yeah, India is actually like the government here. They're inspiring, and they're making people to be their own I mean, making people to raise their own ideas and come up with things so that we don't have to be dependent on some other country. You know what I mean? So
Yes, I
yeah,
understand.
because
Okay.
right now with all these things, all the prices have gone up. The fuel prices have gone up, the food prices, which I mean, few food prices, and the gold prices are very high because India was one of the top consumers of gold because we believe in wearing gold a lot.
I've
Yeah,
never thought about that. I never thought about that.
I'll tell you something. Every Indian marriage is about gold, what
Okay.
gold we wear, how much gold we wear. I mean, it is, you should actually come and visit one of the Indian weddings.
I
So that,
will one day, definitely.
yeah, yeah. So it is only, we believe in wearing a lot of gold. So what has happened is now the gold prices have increased, and people who had invested in gold before this pandemic are like so happy right now because the gold prices are they've hit the rocket high.
Wow, that is not even hitting the international news. So right now you're sharing breaking news. Maybe this is something that will come out a year later or even months later. I don't know. But this is something that's not in international news. But yes, okay, it makes a lot of sense. So you're saying gold is at a all-time high in India right now.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is because we were planning to buy some gold uh, as my mom wanted to buy some for my wedding, but due to this uh, price increase, even then, even though the price has increased, my mom has not stopped thinking not to buy. You know, that is the mentality of every Indian here. We don't want to stop buying gold because that is what we believe in. We believe in wearing gold. Even
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's pretty their way of thinking is pretty hereditary, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah, the ancestors kept thinking that, even my parents think that, even maybe even I think like that, because tell me, we have invested so much in land, but I don't think it's giving us a lot of uh, returns, because what government has done here is they've asked people to not take the rent from the tenants.
Okay.
So people, only privileged people can give the rents. Otherwise, we are not supposed to force people to give us the money. So if you had gold in this difficult time, that would be like great returns, right? Like,
Yes.
I might have invested 3,000 rupees back then, but now the gold is like 5,000 rupees for
Wow,
10 grams.
almost doubled, huh?
Yeah, for 10 grams it is 50,000 rupees.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. How
so
much how much is a rupee to a US dollar? Do you know?
mhm. What?
How much is one rupee to a US dollar or one US dollar to a rupee?
One US for, it's I think 2075.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah,
it's pretty high.
yeah, it is. It's getting even higher every day.
Wow.
Yeah, and people have started taking out their bicycles here because the fuel prices are high.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, even I go by my bicycle sometimes because if it's healthy, and also I don't have to take the public transport to keep
Yes,
my.
that's right. Avoid the crowds as much as possible.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. You have many students. They're either graduating this year or some students want to go to university. What would you say to someone? Let's start with the ones who are who want to go to university. What would you say to a student like that during this time?
You mean to the United States?
No, in India or wherever, India or the United States. What would you say to someone like that?
I think they have to go, but I would tell them that try try and become farmers. Uh, keep keep yourself educated, and also get your salaries straight from the companies, but also try and grow your own food, and grow your own plants, and make sure you buy lands and fertile it, uh, and grow your own crops, because I think in future that will be trending, and I can see most of the people are switching to vegetarian.
Yes, a
And
lot of people are. Yes.
yeah, I think that that is currently happening in India. And I have always believed in growing plants and things, because my great grandparents were farmers, and we do have like 50 acres of land, and we have coconut trees, and we have mangoes, we have pomegranate, we have guava, and all sorts of plants. So we were we didn't feel that much dependent on the market, because the seasonal fruits we got it from our farm, and this lockdown didn't make much of a difference for us, because it kept coming. Like, we used to go to the farm and we used to get the fruits we needed.
Yes.
So I think in that by that way we grow more close to the nature, and that is a beautiful thing, and it also um, it helps us in a lot of ways. Like, our mind will get fresh when you go out, take a stroll in your farm, water a plant, maybe pluck flowers from them. It's a good feeling.
So basically, you're saying is try to think about your education, but of course, also try to stay with nature because at the end of the day, nature will be important to you. Nature has
Yeah,
a lot of importance to you. Okay. What about the ones who are leaving school
and
now?
And one more thing I like to add on, because
Okay.
a lot of people are losing their jobs now, right now.
Yes. Yes.
And I don't think if they had something, I don't think they would be sad if they had plans and things to depend on, because they would have their own food at the end of the day. They didn't have to depend on the multinational companies for giving them the salary. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
I
They would
understand.
have their own land, their own place to live, their own food. All
Yes.
they just need is water to grow. That's it, I would like to say.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for that. How about the students who are leaving university now? What do you have to say to those students?
I think you mean, can you repeat that question?
Yes. So you first we were talking about the ones who were trying to enter university. I know I'm asking about those who are leaving university.
Oh, okay. The people who are leaving the university, yeah. I would
Yes.
like to tell them not to lose hopes if they don't get a job. I would like to tell them to focus more on their skills and improve their skills. Take up more online courses like EDX from Harvard, or from any institution which are reputed, because they offer free courses, I've heard, and I've also tried a few. I think this is a great time to work on your skills, and also you can work on your um, probably your any skills with respect to your chosen stream of work, is what I would like to say. I would just like to tell them not to lose hope, because what was had to happen has already happened. We can't take it back. We just have to have some hope and faith and keep moving forward.
Thank you for that. And just to touch on that a little bit more, what skills do you think are in high demand in India and then internationally at this time?
In India right now, probably something related to data, how how things are trending, and also they're probably looking at things, since most of the things are work from home. Maybe you can also generate ideas on some home businesses, like what good can you do it online. Maybe things will get more online after after this pandemic, and maybe there will be more consumption of the internet, and
Okay.
there will be more consumption of people staying at distance and operating, and maybe things related to, what do I say, virtually, how do you make yourself engaged, like how do you lead a team based, how do you like lead a team without discouraging them, in order to um, have a good results when you're working from home, like,
Okay. So motivation, how to stay
yeah,
motivated even though you're not coming into the office, but
yeah.
you're at home by yourself. Okay. All right. I like that. I like that. So maybe more coaching and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was really good. Thank you so much, Swati. Um,
Yeah.
so I mean, I have to end with the three questions as usual. So just give me your answer as you think about it. When you think about life, what do you think about?
Food.
Nice. I didn't expect
Yeah.
that answer.
Since
And
it's work from home and I'm staying at home, I'm trying to cook a lot of new recipes.
okay, good. I like that. Any
Yeah.
favorites? Any favorites?
I like to try with chicken. So recently I made some. It's an Indian food. It's called Haryali chicken.
Okay.
Uh, we use skewers, and we cook the chicken in the flame, like the
Okay.
fire flame. So yeah, I tried that.
Okay, nice. Future.
Future travel.
Okay. And the next one
Yeah,
was
because
travel. Yeah, go ahead.
right now I don't think travel is happening.
Yes.
And I had a lot of plans. I wanted to go to Himalayas for this year, but because of Corona, I couldn't do it.
Yes.
So yeah, future, I'm really hoping for some travel.
Okay, nice. And usually the last one is travel. So so I guess
Travel,
future.
culture? No, travel. I would like to say culture. I want to like explore new cultures and meet different people.
Okay, nice. Thank you so much, Swati, for this very informative and insightful interview.
Thank you so much.
How
You
can
have a
people,
good day. Stay safe, stay healthy.
thank you, but how can people keep in touch with you?
Um, they can email me at swatibn15@gmail.com, or they can always ask you. You can always send them through. So that's not a problem.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for listening today. I hope you are inspired. You can find more helpful and motivational material at globalinsidersgroup.com. That is, insiders with an S. You can also keep in touch at Global Insiders on Instagram. See you next time, but remember, you can be your own superhero. Bye.